Hi guys, and welcome back to this channel. Thanks for joining me on this little experiment that I started. If you haven't seen the previous videos that I did, go and check them out. They are linked somewhere here for you to go and catch up on what I've been talking about. Now, if you're here, then I want to believe that you are interested in freelance content writing. I have been a content writer myself, and over the last 6 years, that's what I've been doing. I have been writing, editing, and then that has evolved to content strategy. And this channel is me just trying to share whatever I've learned to help you who's looking for work to find a source of income on the side, or maybe a main source of income. Now, in the previous videos, I caught you up on what freelance writing entails and everything you need to know about freelance writing. And one thing that I said is that you will need to build a portfolio. A portfolio is basically your history of work, whatever articles you wrote in the past, put together and shared with clients when you're applying for jobs or when you are pitching to them. Now, yes, I know you are a beginner, you do not have any articles, and that is why we need to start by building that portfolio. And we'll do that by writing articles and publishing them on free platforms online like medium.com. I spoke about this in the previous video. Go check it out if you haven't. Now, in this video, I want to show you how you can first of all start by researching the topics that you'll write for your articles. And then in the next videos, I will show you how to write catchy headlines and how to structure your article so that it is to the standard of the web, right? So that it's an article that ranks and it's an article that catches the attention of your preferred clients. Good. Now, if you're here now, I want to believe that you have already narrowed down to your niche, okay? If you haven't, then you need to spend some time and figure out what industry exactly you're going to be writing for. I said it's important to narrow down to a niche because you want to build authority in that industry. You want to establish yourself as an expert in that specific industry so that whenever there is work within that industry, your name comes up as one of the industry experts, as one of the writers who is well versed in that topic. So you need to identify a niche. In this day and age, it's no good being a generalist because that is passing. You want to be known for one or two specific industries, okay? So if you have not narrowed down your niche, please pause this video, go and figure out what niche exactly. Now, I'll put out a video where I will help you to narrow that down. I want to believe that is something you want to watch. If you're interested in that, kindly let me know in the comments and I will go ahead and put out that video. If you already have an idea of the specific industries that you want to go into, then we'll move to the next step of researching the specific topics you write for your first articles that will make up your portfolio. As you move into the next step of building your portfolio, you need to understand what makes up a good article. And I have a few points that I've noted down that make up a good article. And number one, the articles that you write from here on out need to be engaging. Remember, we are writing for the web. We are writing for regular folks. We are not writing for industry experts. We are not writing an essay or a thesis. You are writing an article that should be conversational, that should be as if you are speaking to your friend, okay? So remember, your articles need to be engaging. And the idea is to retain the reader's attention from the very first sentence, from the very first word, through to the last one. The next thing your article should be relevant. sometimes we get caught up in the topic and we might go out of topic a little bit. People who love to write, who love to talk, who love to explain might go a little bit out of topic. Now, that might be acceptable in a video, but it is not acceptable in an article, because the moment a reader realizes that you're not talking about what they're looking for, they will click out of that article and look for something else that answers their question. So the idea is to make sure that whatever you write is relevant to the reader's needs. Then the article should be easy to read. Yes, I know we are tempted to try and show off our big English words, but this is not the place for that. You need to make sure that it is easy to read for anyone around the world. Those who speak English as a second language, as a third language, those who are native English speakers. You want to write an article that will appeal to anyone who is looking for information on the web or on that topic that you're speaking about. You need to avoid unnecessary information. Now, we call this fluff. Fluff is any information that does not add any value to the piece you're writing. So if you go off topic and you start writing words and phrases and sentences that do not really add value to the main idea, then that is fluff. It's unnecessary information. So we need to build the skill of identifying fluff in our articles and be brutal enough to remove, even if it's an entire paragraph. If it doesn't add value to the article, then it's not necessary. Your article should have original research data. This is important. For you to be established as an authority, the data you share, the facts you share should have original research. Okay? So, if you can go and interview industry experts, if you can read research papers that are out there, if you can go and look at news pieces and so on, do your own research. Don't just rely on other websites that have written articles on the similar topic. And a little bit later, I'll tell you why it's important to look at what others are writing, but have a mission of making yours the best possible resource. So go and look at any research information, any research data that others may not have access to. Talk to industry experts. If you're writing a health piece, then talk to doctors, talk to pharmacists, talk to people who are experts in that. Do your interviews, go and find out as much as you can in that topic so that your article is as factual as possible. And then that leads to the next point where your article will be linked back to. So we call these backlinks. When your article attracts a link from another article. Now, if, for instance, I'm writing an article for the same topic, under the same topic as you are, then I will use your article as a reference and then add a link to my article that links to yours, if that makes sense, okay? So this backlink is important for search engines to know that your article is an authority, and that helps your piece to rank even higher in search engines. And so if you rank higher, then those who are Googling the topic that you're writing on will find your article first, click into it. And if your article is the best resource online, then they will have no need to click into any other articles. And that moves into establishing you as an authority. Whenever someone has a question in that topic, then they remember you as the writer, your brand, or the brand that you're writing for. And that builds you as an authority. So your mission as we move forward is to make sure that every single article you write is the best possible resource on the web. And that should start with these articles that we'll write for a portfolio and publish in the free platforms. That I'll talk about later. Okay? So with that in mind, I want us to move straight into researching the topics to write for our first articles.